Hello and welcome to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. I am your host, Ryan Gilbert. Joining me here, as usual, is the one, the only, Joel Meyer. How are we doing tonight, Joel?
It's been a chaotic 24 hours or 26 hours, however long it's been since we last recorded. Woke up. I spent way too much time talking with my family, just drinking, talking shit. And I couldn't even stay up to watch Mia Andreeva play Louise Bossuan, how do you say her name? And the French girl, she won. So she killed my girl, Mira Andreeva, RIP. We're pouring one out for her. I'm going to take another sip from this PBR for her sake. She's going to win a major, okay? One of these days. She's only 18 years old, but she's going to win a major. It wasn't this one, but we got some nice prices on the U.S. Open at least. I'm going to drink. And yeah, that was rough. That was a rough start to the day, waking up, because she was a minus 1,000, minus 1,200 favorite. I figured it was easy, and she lost in straight sets, I'm pretty sure, against this French girl on Philippe Chatrier court. I'm pretty sure that's where it was played. That was a rough start to the day, but thankfully we had some Djokovic, and of course we parlayed that with the Euros to win the Ryder Cup. We got like a million things parlayed to that now, so we might have to hedge at some point. We'll figure that out later, but yeah, hail Joker, man. He's going to go against Sinner. Thankfully Zverev made him work a little bit. Djokovic finally lost a set. Some of those blisters factor in, but I do not expect Sinner to lose in that one. But yeah, we could talk about hockey all the rest of the show, but that was how my midday went before I got properly settled into watching this epic match between the Florida Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers. My word, like, this is elite hockey at the very best. Like, God fuck the Carolina Hurricanes for not being in it, because it would totally destroy the whole experience, because they did not play hockey the right way. Unlike the Florida Panthers, unlike the Edmonton Oilers, this is going to be a hell of a fight. That's why we saw a full, almost 2 overtimes in this one. But yeah, I'm worn out, man. I'm worn out. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I mean, it's almost midnight here on the East Coast. I didn't sleep well last night. Wasn't sure if we would be podcasting tonight or tomorrow, but I mean, I was feeling up for it, and then it went deep into overtime. I'm like, all right, well, we'll see how this goes. And I mean, what a just absolutely amazing hockey game. Unless you're like a diehard fan of one of these teams, I can't imagine your heart rate during that overtime. I mean, you've experienced that very, very recently with your Colorado Avalanche, but I mean,
I'm glad I've had this cognitive dissonance that I don't have to be so invested, because I can just enjoy this almost as a fan. Just
yeah.
As long as Bob doesn't win Conn Smythe, we're good.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're very much a Panthers podcast. We've been very transparent about that, and even with the Oilers winning, I mean, the only down thing is they won on a power play off of a delay of game penalty, which is whatever there. But I mean, such high flying action back and forth for pretty much the entire game. There were some portions where there were some tight checking there, but I mean, just great hockey. And the Oilers, paired up Draisaitl, McDavid. Knobloch decided to go with those two guys, run with his horses, and I think he had Perry mostly on that line, and then Kane with Nugent Hopkins and Kapanen, great chance in overtime there on the breakaway. Same thing for Bouchard, but Leon Draisaitl, 2 goals, opens the scoring, gets the overtime game winner. I have not looked at the Conn Smythe odds yet, but I imagine that does him some good. I'm seeing here McDavid minus 130, Bob 4-1, Draisaitl plus 450, and then our boy Barkov down there at 11-1. We'll get into all the odds and whatnot later, but I mean, we
can talk about that.
Just an incredible hockey game, an incredible game one. That game had, besides game 7, obviously last year, that game had more intensity than the first 6 games combined.
Wait, the first 6 games of what?
Of last year's Stanley Cup final. Because last year it was like blowouts pretty much. I think there was one.
Okay, fair enough. You're right. Yeah, because I was blown away. I remember in the second half of the NHL season, I was talking about the Leafs against the Avalanche. Like, the pace of that first period was absolutely incredible. I haven't seen something like that until this finals. Like that was like the first period, like both guys were just absolutely flying. In that way, I can understand why the NHL would schedule the series to start later than you would expect because you get both guys just ready to go, ready to fire. They're all pumped up. They're rested, and that's what we get. Like both teams just going at it, like almost fully healthy. Like even given the beatdown that they've taken during the course of the whole playoffs, still like that was an incredible match. Um, yeah, I can only recollect the Leafs Avalanche game being so high paced. Like that first period between the Avalanche and the Leafs. uh,
You're sounding like a Leafs fan or a Bruins fan. We're recalling all
I
of
watched that one very
your
attentively.
I remember that. I think that was like a nationally televised game on a weekend or something. So I was watching that one too. That was
Yeah,
it was intense. Yeah.
it was intense. Like both teams were like flying out there. Like the Avalanche have such a high a limit that they can get to, but both teams, the Panthers and the Oilers, reached that limit especially in the first period in this one, and I was totally impressed with both teams. Like this is like the best two teams. Like you could talk about like the Thunder and the Pacers. Those weren't the best two teams in the NBA this season. No way. But Oilers and the Panthers are clearly the best two teams in the NHL. So that's my point.
Yeah, I mean, we've complained about it. I've complained about how much time there was off between the conference finals and the Stanley Cup final. Maybe a game, maybe a day or two too long. But like you said,
I think they got it right.
getting these,
I'm
yeah,
okay waiting a week if we get
getting
this
these
kind of
teams, and waiting,
performance.
having to wait. I mean, we only have one day until game two, but then I
It's
think we
still
have.
going to end earlier than last year, too, right?
Well, yeah, but then I think we have 2 days off between most of the games after that, which it'll feel long at times. But like, if you get the teams close to 100%, like what it's like the stat where the better team of a hockey series would win if it was like best of like 50 or something like that. That's just how small the margins are. So might as well get these teams as healthy, as close to 100% as possible and go at it. And that's what we saw tonight. That's absolutely what we saw tonight.
Well, the real fix is starting the season in September, so we don't have to
Mhm.
wait till fucking end of June when the ice is melting mid game before everything finalizes. But
Yeah.
that's a story for another day. But yeah, I think that's a good move by the NHL to delay the series this long.
Yeah, and I think they were originally going to start it on Saturday. The 7th was expected to be the first day, but with the
If the
both conference
Stars
finals,
won,
yeah, if but both conference finals ending in 5, that would
yeah,
have been too long, having a full week off between one conference final and the Stanley Cup. But I feel like 5 days, it's the right amount. You had a weekend built in there, so it was okay.
for sure. I mean, yeah, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say let's get to our puck buck bets here. Didn't necessarily go our way too much, but you actually were positive. You had the over 6.5. That's a win there for you for 15 puck bucks, but you did have the Florida game one, Edmonton to win the series for 10 puck bucks, so that was a loss. I also had the over for 25, then also had 25 on a split between Florida to win and Florida puck line. So I came out just ahead, 1.25 puck bucks on the plus 105 there, over 6.5. Still got my Panthers in 6. We still got all of our Conn Smythe stuff. So we will add to that at the end of the show. Of course, make sure you guys do subscribe, like, comment, rate, review, all of that good stuff on the podcast feed you're listening to. Takes a second. It helps the show a lot. So we appreciate all of that, especially here in the Stanley Cup final. But I feel like my biggest takeaway, I kind of mentioned it already, was Knobloch loading up Draisaitl and McDavid. Like looking at the Oilers forward lines, the third line stuck together. Henrik, Frederick, and Connor Brown for 11 minutes. Then you had McDavid, Draisaitl, Corey Perry together for 9 minutes, 36 seconds. Shot attempts were 17-7. Shots on goal were 10-2 for the Oilers, and scoring chances were 4-2. Like it was just all Oilers when that trio, and I think they also got usually Bouchard and Wallman out, or Kulak, Bouchard and Kulak on the ice for that fivesome out there. And when they were on the ice, it was just like, all right, let's see if the Panthers can hold on. And then when they're off the ice, the Panthers have to take advantage of that because the Panthers are a better team. We saw that in this game. They are the better team. It's just the Oilers have the two best players on the ice, with all due respect to Barkov and Kachuk and all those guys. I mean, Draisaitl and McDavid are clearly the two best guys on the ice.
Absolutely. You got the smart stuff going. I'm fucking drunk because I was totally excited for this game. You know, I woke up nearly noon, just cracked up on a beer because I'm totally excited for Stanley Cup Finals hockey, right? I'm sorry, I'm not probably in the best position to give good advice, but from my experience, from my engagement with this game, is that the Oilers were the significantly better team, and I don't see. You didn't think so?
Oilers significantly better.
Significantly better.
Maybe,
yes.
maybe better. Maybe, you know, I mean, you saw me overreacting there in the first 5 minutes. Like the sky was falling down, but I don't know if they're the better team overall. I think with Knobloch showing his cards of putting McDavid and Draisaitl together so much, so early in game one, I feel like that gives Paul Maurice a chance to, you know, have a day off now to game plan against that and be like, all right, how can I better, you know, either attack other lines or do what I can to defend against that line? Because, you know, looking at the advanced numbers was pretty even. Shot attempts 79-72 for the Panthers. High danger chances were 15-12 for the Oilers. Expected goals 3.6 to 3.1 at 5-on-5 for the Panthers there. So there were definitely times where the Oilers looked like the much better team and looked like they were going to, you know, finish them off there. But then the Panthers came clawing right back. And I mean, Oilers maybe look like the better team in this one. I don't know if I would say significantly. The third period, they looked very good. The Panthers had what, 2 shots on goal, I think.
Well, you know what, Ryan? The ultimate judge of all this is the money puck.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I even said anything before.
Yeah, we have to consult the winometer, and you know what? The winometer, 61.3% for the Oilers, and that reflects how I thought the game. I thought for sure the Oilers were the 60 to 40% team in this one. I thought they had the better advantages. They had the better puck rushes. The Panthers didn't have too much going forward. Bobrovsky made a few crucial saves, I guess, but I don't know. I thought the Oilers carried the play, and I don't know what to say now. Like even McDavid, he was kept quiet. Like Barkov did not do a lot.
I didn't hear Barkov's name maybe just a few times in overtime.
Yeah, a few good.
He had a few good chances like midway through in the second half, but like early on, it was just like maybe he was just out there playing good defense. Yeah, it's not a bad thing, but I would like to hear him have the puck or see him on the ice in the offensive zone. Obviously, I understand he's their defensive guy, but you know, just want to see a little bit more.
A lot of this comes down to special teams too, right? Like the Panthers' first 2 goals, they're on the power play, and the fucking stupid challenge by the Oilers resulted in that second Panthers goal. Even though it was, what was it? An offside there. It was clearly
no. It was Bennett. Bennett was tripped by Kulak, I believe, onto Skinner. Right? Is that what happened?
Fuck if I don't know.
I think that's what happened. Like Bennett fell down onto Skinner, but Kulak is the one that tripped him, and it hit off Bennett and went in. Bennett now has 12 goals in the playoffs, 11 of them on the road.
Do you think it was a good challenge, though?
I don't think so. No, I really don't think it was a good challenge there at all.
Especially considering you have to play the Oilers power play against you.
Yeah, you have to play the Panthers power play, and the Oilers penalty kill has not been good. I know Ekholm hasn't been out there for it, but then Marchand gets the power play goal. The
Panthers power play, rather.
Yes, yeah. Oilers were good, you know, on against that power play until they weren't. And what were the power plays in the game? Power play, Panthers 1 for 2, Oilers 1 for 4, but 1 or 2 of them were just short because Corey Perry took a penalty like 5 seconds in to one of those. But
I don't know, man. I thought the Oilers were a lot faster on their feet. I thought they carried the day. From my experience of the game, I thought that the Oilers were far better at rushing the puck in, and they were able to solve the Panthers rushing, and the Panthers didn't get too much going against Skinner. I thought that I thought the Oilers had the better forechecking, which is what the Panthers are usually elite at. but I thought the Oilers beat them at their own game, kind of thing. I don't know. I thought the Oilers were the better team. And
I
then
mean,
the day.
61%. I can't. You can't argue with the
Oh,
numbers.
you can't. You can't argue with the
You
winometer.
can't argue with
You
the
can't argue
winometer
with the
there.
winometer. No way.
Speaking of Skinner, though, there's a lot of talk of Jeff Skinner leading up to the series, and I believe he was a healthy scratch tonight.
Oh yeah, Arvidsson scored too.
Arvidsson. I mean,
scratch.
that was not a good goal for Bob to give up. I know there was a screen in front of him.
We love all the bad.
You gotta stop that one there. All right. We also love Edge Boost. Edge Boost is the first ever bank account built for bettors, ensuring all gambling transactions are approved. No usage fees, no minimums, earn cashback rewards, and 100% approval for all betting deposits. Sign up today at edgeboost.bet with promo code SGPN. If you sign up this week, you'll get a free Refs Are Terrorists t-shirt. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/refs to claim your free shirt. And of course, we got Underdog. Underdog is going long for the NBA Finals with their extender bonus. Hop in game one, and the longer the series goes, the bigger the bonus. Make sure you check out Underdog, claim your special pick, and first time deposit offer with promo code HGP up to $1,000 in bonus credits. That's underdogfantasy.com, promo code HGP. And of course, got the Belmont coming up. Make sure you check out Naira Bets. Sign up today using promo code SGPN25 and get a $25 free bet plus $200 deposit match bonus. Whether you're a seasoned bettor or just getting started, Naira Bets make it easy to jump into the action. This exclusive offer is just for the Belmont Stakes, so don't wait. Join now and claim your free $25. Belmont Bet today at nyrabets.com/SGPN25. All right, let's look ahead then to game two here on Friday night.
Address the chat though.
I'm not seeing.
Let's go with this one. Are there any suspected player injuries that aren't exposed yet? I thought that Jake Wallman looked pretty seriously hurt, but he came out strong after that alleged injury.
Yeah, he got a stinger there. Not sure where that puck hit him. One of the Panthers' fourth liners, Gadjevich, went off a little bit. I'm seeing here he only played 6 minutes this game, so that could be an issue there. But they have guys they can put in for
Wallman. Is a much more significant.
Wallman, but he was out. He was back out there. He was fine. Yeah. Ekholm played 23 minutes.
Playing on adrenaline though, right?
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see what happens there with Wallman. But even so, they can just put Stetcher back in. He was decent. I mean,
Richmond Troy. I don't know. He's a replacement for Jake Wallman the way that he's played for the Oilers. But Oilers are already getting bet even on our screen here. Minus 125 to minus 130. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think there's any major injuries. You agree with the move? All right. Well, let's just get right into it here. We got the 8:00 Friday night Florida Panthers plus 110. At the Edmonton Oilers, minus 130. Totals at 6.5. Over at plus 105. Under at minus 125. Joel, take it away here.
Well, like I said before, I thought that the Oilers were the better team. The winometer agrees with me. And I don't see how the Panthers can contain the way the Oilers are playing. Like the Panthers benefited from stupid Oilers penalties, and they benefited on that stupid Oilers challenge, which is why they got those 2 power play goals. And
there was only 1 power play goal for the Panthers, by the way. It was just the one after the challenge.
Didn't they score on the power play before?
They did not. No.
Oh, I thought it was a power play goal that led to the challenge. Okay. Fair enough. But I thought that the Oilers were the better team, 5-on-5, absolutely. And I didn't see a lot go on for the Panthers in this series. It's going to be tough for the Panthers, given the fact that they do not have the home ice advantage. They can't line up Barkov and Forsling against the McDavid line, although McDavid was kind of quiet in this game, but doesn't matter when fucking Leon Draisaitl is just going off. That's the benefit. That's the real X factor for the Oilers, is the fact that they have Draisaitl on that second line when they could just like load up the first line, going against the Panthers defense core, whatever they want to throw against McDavid. Doesn't matter if they have Draisaitl going off on the second line. And
But they have Draisaitl and McDavid together for most of the game, especially when the Oilers looked their best in this game. They were together with Corey Perry.
well, on the power play.
No, 5-on-5. They played almost 10 minutes together.
Okay. Fair enough.
They played 13 minutes together, 3 of it with Connor Brown, 10 of it with Corey Perry.
All right. I'll trust Ryan with this.
And another minute with Evander Kane.
There you go. All right. So that almost proves my point, though. If they can't solve McDavid and Draisaitl together,
it's a different point, but it does go towards the Oilers being a better look right now. Yeah,
you're absolutely right. I'm fucked. Okay, this is what happens when we're recording.
That's what happens. Got game 1 overtime Stanley Cup Finals. I mean, how many podcasts are going live and being this transparent with people? It's
and just being drunk off their ass.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm just like, based on my limited exposure to this game, limited rational exposure to this game, I should say, I would say that the Oilers were simply the better team, and I don't expect that to change for the next game. And because they're still not going to have the advantage of placing Barkov and Forsling against the Oilers' elite, it's going to be tough for the Panthers. So minus 130, though, it seems right to me. I would still only back the Oilers at this point, but I would still go back to the well with the over 6.5 plus 105. I don't see why that number hasn't changed. So we're gonna go back to betting overs. I don't believe in either goaltender, especially after both have been out for a while and they didn't look that sharp in the first game. So the over 6.5 there plus 105 is looking pretty decent, pretty tasty. This game is like flying, like we said before. Like the pace is unreal. Like I was talking about the Avalanche and the Leafs in that first period. I'm joking. No, the pace is unreal. That's my point. And we're going to see a lot of scoring chances. And I don't believe in the goaltenders for either team. So over 6.5 fair would be my favorite bet for this one. But I do think that the Oilers get the job done.
Yeah, I do agree with you there on the over 6.5 at plus money. I mean, it got bet down to 6 by puck drop, right? I think it got down to 6. But yeah, looking at the expected goals at 5-on-5, like I said, 3.16 to 3.66. Granted, 1.6 of those in total were in overtime there, including 1.07 for the Panthers. Not sure how they got. Did they have a great chance in overtime that Stu Skinner
really
stopped? I don't really remember anything there. I know the Oilers had a few, but yeah, all situations, expected goals were 4.49 to 3.88 for the Oilers. So I do like that over quite a bit, plus 105, but I'm going to go zigzag. I'm zigzagging here with the Panthers at plus 110. And I got, kind of a narrative play for this. So after, a long game, the Oilers are going back home. I don't know if they're staying in a hotel in the city. I imagine they're not. So they're going back home. They're separating, going back to their families, whether they want to admit it or not. That's going to be somewhat of a distraction for them. Meanwhile, the Panthers going back as a team to the hotel.
This isn't the fucking bubble playoffs, but
it's not. It's not. I'm not saying there's going to be a distraction. I'm not saying they're going home and fucking their wives in celebration or whatever they're doing or whatever you're trying to say. But I feel like the Panthers being a team on the road together, they flew in on Tuesday to get the extra rest. I feel like they're going back to the hotel, canceling their team breakfast, having a team lunch, having a nice day off tomorrow, and getting back at it on Friday. And they've been one of the best road teams in the playoffs. That's why we weren't sure how Edmonton's home ice advantage would keep up. They were great on the road. I know you say playing in Toronto isn't exactly on the road, but 8-2 on the road now, 48-21 goal differential, even if a lot of those goals were against Toronto. And I think, McDavid and Draisaitl might be feeling it a bit more on Friday, and we'll see the Panthers' depth come out of it because the Panthers do have the depth. Like you look at their third line, it's better than that Henrique, Frederick, and Brown line. It just is. That's a grind line. The Lundell, Marchand, Luosterainen line. Luosterainen had some good chances there. Marchand had the goal, some other good chances. So I don't know. we've said it's going to be a long series all along. I could see the Oilers going up 2-0 and the Panthers tying it back up at home. But if you give me the Panthers at plus money here, I think I'm going to have to take them at plus 110. And like I said before, I think the over 6.5 there is probably a good look.
You're probably right. I don't know, man. I'm not betting the money line, that's for sure. I just want to see 7 games. I want to see 7 games.
Yeah.
If anything is like, if the rest of the series is like the first game, I want to see as much hockey as possible. So that's what I'm rooting for.
Yeah. So for the series here, we got the Oilers minus 210, Panthers plus 180. I mean, Panthers plus 180. That's I think that's a little bit too high after just one game, especially how close the game was, even if you think the Oilers may have been the significantly better team.
Significantly.
You have any thoughts on the series price?
No, I mean, the Oilers are expected to win game 1 based on the game 1 money line. Mm-hmm. This makes a lot of sense. So everything that we said about the prior to the series still applies. So, but I would still, I don't know, plus 180 there is looking pretty decent for the Panthers. But man, it's a fucking coin flip.
Panthers plus 1.5, minus 110. That might be what to play now.
Sure. We do expect this series to go 6 or 7, so maybe some value there. But I don't know. I was really impressed with the Oilers. You might not have been as impressed as
I was. I was very impressed with the Oilers. They're a completely different team than last year. They're defense focused and they get offense.
I'm starting to worry about my over 5.5 games because the Oilers should have won that game in regulation, according to me.
According to the winometer as well. I mean, you can't argue with that.
Of course. The Joelometer too.
The expected. Well, yeah. What were the expected Joels for this game? We can get series total games here. You can get 7 still at 2-1, 6 games at plus 205. My DraftKings doesn't have an over 5.5, but I imagine that's probably still.
We should find that market.
I'm going to find it. I'm looking at MGM right now. I know that's not always the best. I did find it at minus 195 on Bet365 before game 1. I'll find that at some point.
That's pretty damn good.
When you're babbling about Conn Smythe after the ad break, I'll find whatever the total there is. Series correct score. You got Oilers in 5 if you're worried about your over 5.5, plus 370. Panthers in 6 at 6-1. Panthers in 7 plus 550. Oilers in 7 plus 450. I think that's what it was still even pre-series. It was around there.
Yeah, I don't know. Those index markets, I can't do the math for them. So yeah, it's when you do the whole calculations, you'll find a whole bunch of hidden vig in there, and I'm not interested in delving into all that. So I want to see like two-way markets.
Yeah, that's fair enough there. Series player props, we got most goals, Draisaitl at plus 105, Bennett at plus 350. Everyone else is 11-1 or longer. Both of those guys had 2 goals there.
Oh my word. I was so excited. Let's see the German national team kill it at the Olympics next year. Fucking right.
Tim Stützle, you got Tim Stützle.
Marcus Sturm. We didn't mention Marcus Sturm being the head coach of the Boston Bruins. So my hidden team there in Boston have the head coach of the
Don't
German
they have? Isn't there another good German player? Is one of the Sabres guys German?
Paterka.
Is he German?
Paterka.
Okay,
yeah, he's German.
That's who I was.
Germans have an elite team, man. Like we're coming for you. Yeah, Marcus Sturm for the Bruins. That's a fucking good hire, I think, because he led a riffraff team to the finals there at the Olympics that the NHL players weren't allowed to go to.
All right, let's get to the ads here. Then we'll get into the Conn Smythe stuff. We are brought to you by the Circa Ultimate Fantasy Football giveaway. Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas is giving away the ultimate fantasy football experience for a 12-person league to draft in Vegas and be treated like VIPs for their stay. You'll get a limo ride from the airport, a $5,000 tab for your stadium swim, and a hotel stay for you and your 11 league mates. You can always get 15% off at all the Circa properties with promo code SGP15. Enter the Ultimate Fantasy Football Contest for free at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/circa. That is sportsgamblingpodcast.com/CIRCA. And of course, we got Rhythm. You've heard us talk about them before. And you got the power trends here, air detected patterns, where Rhythm's model has consistently won at a high return on investment. It's a prop that wins 59% of the time when the line and win probability hit a certain range. Power trends are updated daily, and they're exclusive to Rhythm. No touts, no noise, just clean data-backed bets. Download the Rhythm app, check out power trends, and start betting smarter. You know we'll be. Get your 7-day free trial, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. And we got mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on every sport, including the finals here. For the true DGens, the MyBookie money bag. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of locations. Easy deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head to mybookie.ag with promo code SGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. That's mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. All right, I'm seeing here total games on FanDuel over 5.5, -188, under 5.5, +152. So the market's agreeing with you. The odds are coming down for a shorter series.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I want to see 6 games. I want to see as much hockey as possible if anything is like the first game.
Absolutely there. All right. Also, yeah, over 5.5, -190, under 5.5, +140 there on Bet365. So come down a little bit for the over 5.5. Speaking of coming down a bit, we got the Conn Smythe odds here. We got Connor McDavid as the clear favorite now, -150, as high as -160. Draisaitl second there, +470. Bobrovsky +490, as low as 4-1. Barkov is between 11-1 and 12-1, and then Sam Bennett there at 20-1. Are we still pushing?
Did Bennett have 2 goals today?
Bennett had 2 goals. Yes, he has 12 goals now in the playoffs.
Jeez, that's going to be a good push, which kind of throws a wrinkle in the ointment for the Barkov Conn Smythe if Bennett just like fucking keeps scoring. That's tough, but. I don't know. I think Bobrovsky price is still fucking retarded. I don't know why he's +490 and Barkov is 12-1 there. Doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Well, I assume if the Panthers win, it'll be because of Bobrovsky.
Of course, Chris. You'll stop all of McDavid and everything else, and it doesn't matter that he gives up 4 goals. Or he did make some good saves today, to his credit, but he's not going to win the Conn Smythe, so we're going to find ways to attack that, but. Yeah, we got McDavid and Draisaitl there. And Draisaitl scoring 2 goals throws another wrinkle in the ointment. Or fly in the ointment. Dude, I keep doing that. Making up all these new things.
McDavid had 2 assists though, right? So he's keeping up on the points front, just not the goals front.
Right. I still think it's absolutely McDavid. Draisaitl still has to
McDavid's defense too. He had a great play. I think it was against Barkov there, and I think Barkov had a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Defense looking good.
Right. Didn't Draisaitl say that he desperately wants to win the Selke?
He desperately wants to win the Selke. That's why Elliot Friedman voted first place for him, and he was the only first place vote for.
He voted. What? He voted Draisaitl first place for Selke?
Yeah.
Oh my word! This is I can't.
Yeah. All right.
I'm getting acid reflux over
that. Let me give you some stats here from this game, maybe for some Bennett love at 20-1. I mean, that's shorter than I would like. I already have some of him in my portfolio, but looking at the Panthers lines, the second line was the only one to have a positive shot attempt share of 24-14 shot attempts. That is 7-10 shots on goal, but the scoring chances were 14-7 for the Panthers with them on the ice. So they're going to continue to get the easy matchups. Bennett got a goal from his ass, so that helps him out there.
Right. That was our handicap for Kachuk, but then Bennett scored a couple of goals. So stole the thunder. So yeah, I mean, we're sticking by our fate at Bobrovsky. Like, I don't know why he's still at 5-1 there after letting in 4 goals. So Barkov is a little less enticing now. You got to look down the board. Bennett is looking a lot more interesting at 20-1. If he can just like run away with the scoring title, much like Jonathan Marchessault for the Vegas Golden Knights that 1 year, which robbed us of a lot of money. Kachuk though 60-1 now. That's very appealing to me. Very appealing.
Yeah.
If you think the Panthers can come back, you got to have a piece of that. But beyond that, Marchand, he scored as well. And,
Marchand FanDuel has 110-1, but then the next best
ridiculous.
are 75 and 66. So
110-1.
That's a cash.
Oilers
out.
won one game at home
in
in overtime, and now he's 110-1, and Marchand scored.
Yeah,
these are the bets you want to be looking at if you want to look down the board. Absolutely love that Marchand 110-1. Oh my word, I wish I had that.
Bennett 20-1 might become one of the 110-1. It's clearly off board, more than double the lowest he is there at BetMGM.
Right.
I'm gonna have to bet my max of $7, whatever I'm allowed on FanDuel on that.
Jeez, just fade Bobrovsky for the Panthers. He's not winning the Conn Smythe. I'm telling you guys.
Yeah. Oh, Evan Bouchard, 7 shots on goal in this game. That's going a long way towards.
I want the Panthers to win the cup just to prove my point right that Bobrovsky's not going to win the Conn Smythe.
Yes. Yeah.
Just be proven right.
Yeah. FanDuel doesn't have position of Conn Smythe back up yet, but I imagine that would be probably over -500
to the moon
with Bob
to the moon
plus
on
430.
forward.
Yeah, that's going to be that -210 a few weeks ago. I regret not just taking an edge boost loan out for that one.
Yeah, just fade Bobrovsky. That's the entire impetus for the last 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, so McDavid -150. It's going to get higher. It's only going to get higher if the Oilers keep winning. That's the thing. So
yeah, it's almost correlated with the price of the series. So it's -210 for the Oilers. -150 is a better bet than -210, I think.
Yeah, I
$7 limit for
I agree
in the chat.
Well, we're probably moving lines here as well, so I don't
that's tough about these Conn Smythe markets. It's about matter getting things down, getting money down.
See if any of these Verhaeghe's a little bit off there at 110, but not too much. Reinhardt, it doesn't look like he's going to get it. How is Stu Skinner 40-1 at BetMGM? 75-1 is more like it. 90-1 is more like it. But
it's irrelevant. He's not winning. It doesn't matter. He could be $1 million to 1. I don't care.
He's not good at that. We're still going Barkov 12-1. One loss and he's down to 12-1.
Yeah, 12-1. I still get bet. I think. I thought he was pretty impressive in the offensive zone, at least. Sure, he didn't shut down the main line, but they didn't have a home ice advantage. They didn't have the right matchups and whatnot. And still, I thought that he was very impressive. Didn't get on the score sheet. He didn't have assists either, right? And
Barkov, no, he did not have a point.
No, but he's still far more impressive than Bobrovsky.
He's still Barkov. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So we got game 2 Friday night. We'll probably be going live either after that or on
we got
Saturday.
a real troll. We got a real troll in the chat. Odds on Oilers.
Let me show it. I got it.
Odds on Oilers to win the cup and Bob to win the Conn Smythe. That's perfect. Thank you, Dave White Duck.
That would be,
what are the odds on that?
That would be incredible.
I'll book $1 million to 1.
$1 million to 1. Anything can happen there. $1 million to 1, all right, let's get to some puck buck bets if we have any. Sharing this tab here. I'm going to take Florida game 2 plus 110 for 25 puck bucks, taking the over 6.5 plus 105 for 25 puck bucks, and then taking Florida Cup plus 180 at 20 puck bucks.
I will tell your yes, you already got it.
Yep.
Over 6.5.
25 on that?
Sure, why not?
All right.
And give me what do we have on our site? DraftKings Conn Smythe.
We'll pull that up here.
What's Kachuk at? What's Barkov at?
You got Barkov 12-1, Kachuk 50-1.
Just put $5 on both.
200, $5
and I'm just gonna bail on everything and Give me fucking Connor McDavid, Conn Smythe. Minus 150. 50 bucks. I think he's just going to win.
Well, I mean, if you think Oilers are taking game 2, that's the time to get it in now. I'm also going to take 7 games, 2-1 for put $20 on that. It's a series long bet. Why not?
Let's go. Let's go. Let's see more hockey.
Yeah, more hockey. More hockey. We don't want to have to do some summer shows trying to think of shit to talk about. But I mean, we got odds out already for next year, Stanley Cup next year.
That's true.
Trophies and whatnot. We got draft odds out. We could talk about if we have to. But,
we got CFL coming up.
Tomorrow,
baby.
All right, Joel. Yeah. What else you got for this weekend before we talk again after game 2?
I haven't bet anything CFL this weekend yet. It'll be just goofy bets because I have no idea how to prepare for CFL football because it's all fucking mad. But I'm definitely on the BC Lions. I wasn't on this. I'm not a homer usually, but I'm believing the hype that the British Columbia Lions are going to be a factor this year. So I did bet the British Columbia Lions to go over 9.5 wins rather, and for the West to reach the final, to win the fucking Grey Cup the year after it was in fucking Vancouver, where I went and I saw the fucking Jonas Brothers fucking shit the bed. Disgusted me and I left. So British Columbia Lions are going to go far this year. I believe a lot in Nathan Rourke. He seems like he's in a better place now that he's over the fact that he's not going to make it in the NFL. And his younger brother, Curtis Rourke, from our boy Hoosiers, the Indiana Hoosiers, they killed it. He got drafted by the San Francisco 49ers, but his older brother is with the BC Lions now, and they're going to kill it. So let's go, BC Lions. Let's go. We're all out of the woman, unfortunately, for the French Open, thanks to Mira Andreeva losing to a fucking... I'm not going to say the words that I want to say, but she lost to a scrub. And... yeah, but Djokovic, Sinner's going to go against him, and he's going to win. So Sinner's going to win it all. Sinner Alcaraz for the final. It's going to be a fucking majestic weekend, boys. And the Canadian Open in golf, Osprey, not quite near Toronto, but in a remote area near, close to it. And we're going to go with Europeans to win that one. And Rasmus Højgaard, you can get him like 60-1. That's my guy. Shane Lowry, 22-1. That's my guy for like the one and done. Put a bit on that as well. I think that that's going to be a non-American winner. If you can find like a non-US market for the Canadian Open, I highly recommend betting that. That's what I've got going on for this weekend. We'll see if we record Friday night after the game.
Yeah, we'll either record Friday night or Saturday because the next game's Monday, and we're not going to record on a Sunday again. So we'll do one of those. Make sure you check out us on Twitter at HockeySGPN for updates there. Get in the Discord, sg.pn/Discord. And if you're still listening to this, if you enjoyed this, throw us a
no, we got a bet. We got one more bet from Trevor, my guy. I'm on Argos under 10.5 regular season wins in the CFL. I love it, man. We want more CFL content on this show. We're going to be going for it because we need more content after the hockey ends. Hopefully not too soon. But
apparently there's a CFL gambling podcast. Might have to see if we can do some sort of a crossover for you there.
Yes,
give you some more work.
Let's go.
Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. All that stuff helps the show grow. Appreciate that. It makes us feel good. So make us feel good after this horrible Panthers loss in Game 1. I'm Ryan Gilbert. You can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertsop.
And I'm Joel Meyer, and you can find me thankful that I did not have to witness this Oilers win at a Vancouver bar.
At the bar.
By Oilers fans. The bar. Fuck them. Fuck these Oilers fans.
See ya.